everyone. Welcome back to the KLT Fit cast. My name is Kate. This is my husband, Josh. We own and operate a private fitness studio in Peterborough, Ontario. Josh brings a very unique social work and mental health lens to all of our podcasts. And I like to bring the fitness, real life things that it takes to have a weight loss transformation and lose the weight and keep it off. It's a weird intro. Sorry. Try and keep it fresh. We just recorded one. We also like to give you tools each episode to take away with you that you can implement in your day-to-day life. Do you want to talk about this podcast?
Yeah. So this podcast is coming out of a whole lot of conversations we've had over kind of like the last week or so, as we are growing and adding lots of different classes and variety and navigating all kinds of challenges that come with that kind of stuff.
Dangle the carrot, babe.
Yeah. And I think it's worth talking about in a podcast because we've spent so much time talking about it between you and I.
Yeah. It's been really reflective.
Yeah, as we've been in passing. So this podcast is going to be about values. And what are they? What are ours? How did we come to arrive at these being our values? And why are they important to us? And what happens when things are not aligning with your values?
Can we talk about how these conversations have kind of come up?
Sure, if you want.
For us, it's been a lot of reflecting the last couple of weeks. As we grow, we've always been really mindful about growth and letting things happen really
naturally.
Yeah, naturally, but we also keep a really tight lid on it.
You keep a tight lid on it.
But we never want growth to be too big too soon, become a failure because we've bit off more than we can chew.
And I think that comes with some of our values that we talk about.
Yes, with growth comes change.
And a bit of diversity.
Yes, and what we really have been talking a lot about is what is KLT Fit? Who is KLT Fit? And about the roots, like where did we come from and what has gotten us here and what are the things that we will never let go of?
Yeah.
Really.
What is our foundation?
Yeah.
And I think when businesses talk about this a lot, they throw out like the corny or cheesy mission statement.
And like it's posted on the wall somewhere.
Yeah. And that's not something that I think we don't want to be inauthentic like that. I think
we don't have to memorize it. And that's what we do in our elevator pitch when we try and talk to someone about the gym. Like that's not
us. We're not that.
Quite frankly, I find it really hard to talk about the gym. If people ask me like what I do, I'm like, yeah, we have a gym. Like, it's pretty cool. Come if you want. Like, in no way am I a sales lady.
Great spokesperson right there. But I think it's like you've been asked to do a few different speaking engagements now, and that's part of where this is coming from, in addition to the different styles of classes and the expanding nature of like running classes, basically.
And the people that we attract, who are our customers, our clients, our people, like who are they?
Yeah. So I think it's worth starting this discussion by defining what our values,
because our values blanket statement.
Yeah. What are values ?
Okay.
Because I think a lot of people, when you ask them, well, what are your values? It'll make them draw a blank. Like if I were to say,
I don't know.
What do you value?
What
does that mean?
Because I think it's hard to just put into words. Like,
I don't think it is. I think it's, if I ask you the question a different way, it becomes really easy.
Fair.
What are the guiding principles for you in your life?
For me or for the gym?
For you.
Sorry. I'm
Yeah, like if I'm asking that as a general question, what are your guiding principles? What is important to you in life?
um, family,
These are your values.
um, kindness,
Hmm.
positivity,
Yeah.
challenge,
Yeah.
pushing that.
Growth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to go, Josh.
Yeah. So when you think about your values, it's important to ask yourself, are you living your life according to your values? And what we're doing right now, and what a big part of this podcast is going to be about, is what are the KLT Fit brand values? What are our guiding principles? And how are we doing that?
Do you want to know something that's just coming to my brain right now?
Sure.
I like that you have just separated the two.
Mhm.
There's me, Kate,
Yep.
and there's KLT Fit. I feel like something that I do often is I blur those lines.
You really do. And they're not the same.
Like, I am KLT Fit.
You're not.
That's my, I know. And I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
thanks
It
for
came-
separating them.
Yeah. It came from your story.
Yeah.
A lot of the work to develop into what it is today has come from you, but it as an organization, as a business.
Kate, you're not that important. You are Kate. You're not. I'm kidding.
But it has its own set of values.
Yes.
Its own guiding principles. And it's important because I would say a really big guiding principle of KLT Fit is community.
Mm-hmm.
And you could not want less to do with people sometimes.
Yep. Yep.
And so there is there is separation between you and the business as an identity.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cool that we can label that, though.
Yeah, I guess I'm realizing right now that KLT Fit shouldn't be my identity.
No.
All right, podcast is over.
If you want to think about it, you've poured your heart and soul into it. Yes, it's a
my
big
blood,
piece
sweat, and tears.
Yes, it's a big piece of who you are, but it has grown way beyond just you.
Mm-hmm.
We have other staff members, and we have a massive community that make KLT Fit what it is.
Mm-hmm.
We want to make sure that the core identity of what KLT Fit aligns with who we are as people, and also who our employees are, and also who our community is.
Mm-hmm.
Because if any of those things are out of alignment, it's not going to work.
Right.
It's the same as if a person's values are out of alignment,
right.
They're going to feel frustrated,
right.
stuck, unable to move, unable to do things.
And that's when a business and organization either bites off more than they can chew, or it goes in a direction that it was never intended to go.
Yeah, becomes something that it's not.
Yeah. So I think we are just trying to have our growth be 100% in alignment with what our values are.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more. I wrote an example down so that people can kind of wrap their head around this idea a little bit.
My phone, because your phone is right here.
But if you think about someone, and you labeled this as one of your values, but if you think of someone that values family, but they're working 70 hours every week, they're missing dinners every night, they're not spending time with their family, how are they going to feel?
Uh-huh. Yeah, like I'm not living that.
Yeah, you're not that. I'm not picking on you.
Yeah, you are.
You're saying that you're doing that because you've pulled back a fair bit to be able to organize your life to spend more time with your family and support everyone, more so than the first year and a half of owning the
It's
business.
just me here.
But that disconnect is from their value of family to being able to actually be a part, feel
Right.
like they're a part of their family. That can lead to depression.
Mm-hmm.
That can lead to all kinds of awful things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same with a business.
Do you think that people realize and recognize that like people can talk about their values eventually, it's challenging to talk about, but well, I guess like you just said, it took me about 1.5 years to actually realize that I was not necessarily living to some of the core values that I have for me.
You had prioritized this as so much of your identity.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess people do find out eventually, but
yeah, sometimes people just take a little bit longer to figure things out than others.
There's never the smartest tack in the, what is it? The sharpest. And there's proof right there.
Stay pretty, honey.
Plan really great workouts.
So when you think about KLT Fit, what values jump out to you?
Community.
Yeah.
Like the biggest one. Community.
So when you say community, I agree. It's absolutely the most obvious one.
Mm-hmm.
When you say community, though, what do you mean specifically?
People coming together to support each other, to do the hard things, show up for themselves, however, whatever that looks like that day, and know that they will be greeted here by smiling faces, people who notice if you are off, if you aren't yourself. People notice and they care. They fucking care. Yeah.
And I think care and compassion is another value that's a little bit separate from the community. When you think about community, what does it give you? At its core, what does community, being in a community, give you?
The sense of belonging.
Yes. That is the value.
Yeah.
Belonging.
Oh, okay.
You belong.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone that walks through the door, we work to make them feel like they belong here, that they are a part of the whole.
I will say, while we work to help people feel like they belong, it's a very easy job.
Oh, absolutely. The
because
community
of everyone else.
The community as a whole has adopted that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to now show where that comes from. And this is going to be one of those times where you are going to hate me a little bit.
Great. Let me just
when you think of the origins of the KLT Fit community, where did it start?
Instagram.
With what?
Me posting my workouts, wins, weight loss.
Yeah. And what do you
keeping myself accountable?
Yeah. So you kept yourself accountable through creating a community of people that were watching and supporting your journey.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's look at where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
And we have, instead of it being virtually, we have a community of people across all of our classes, all of our personal training sessions, everything, that all they do is support one another along each and every one of their journeys. Everyone's coming in and putting themselves out there and being one of many and having that sense of belonging. And it was born out of you initially being that vulnerable person and saying, here I am. And now each person that walks through the door gets to say, here I am, and be received.
Cute.
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
That is one of our foundational pieces as a business. What do you think coming out of that? You've mentioned it a couple of times and I absolutely just spoke about it, but another value.
Not belonging?
Not belonging. Accountability and vulnerability.
Oh, yes.
I think that those are two main facets of being a part of the KLT Fit community.
Mhm. But they come from the person.
Mm-hmm.
The person has to be accountable. The person has to be vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. But we kind of force that a little bit in this community in a number of ways. How do you think that we force it?
Um, we ask.
Mm-hmm.
We notice when someone's not here. We notice if someone is not themselves, and people ask.
Yeah. People grow to
Yeah.
expect you to be there, and when
Yeah.
you're not,
Yeah.
you're going to be asked for sure. But I'm going to break it down even further. When are people vulnerable?
Well, I think they're vulnerable asking them to do hard things. They have to be vulnerable. Picking up a weight.
Everything in here.
Yes. They picking up a 1 week they're picking up a 10-pound weight. They are very vulnerable when they go to that 12-pound weight. Like
When
walking
they
through the
walk through
door.
the door for the very first
Yes.
time and
Yeah.
have their very first workout,
Yeah.
we are asking people to be vulnerable.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we are, from that vulnerability, creating a scenario of accountability where people see the community, see the support, and know that when something might be wrong and they don't show up, someone is likely going to reach out. Someone's going to care. Someone's going to notice.
Do you think that if our value wasn't belonging, would people still have to be vulnerable and accountable? Or does that is having a sense of belonging the bigger circle, and then from that comes vulnerable and
I think
accountable?
the sense of belonging, the community itself, allows for
Yeah. And I'm not calling out any other gyms, but I think about other gyms that
where you might just be a number.
exactly, and you might be in a group of rotating people and huge numbers. The goal is to cram as many people in as ever loving possible.
Yeah.
I don't know that people would have a sense of belonging at those places, and from that, how can they be accountable and vulnerable aside from, yes, walking through the door for sure?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No need to apologize. What else do you think when you think about KLT Fit and guiding principles, values?
Honesty.
Mm-hmm. How so?
Because we have a real no BS approach to these kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
Here's how to do it. Here's a framework. If you do it, great. You'll see the results. If you don't do it, then you have to own that.
I think the honesty is tied very tightly to the accountability piece.
Yes. Yeah.
If you're not showing up for yourself, the only person you really have to be honest with is yourself.
Yeah. No one can show up for you.
Yeah. No one is going to walk through that door in your body.
Yeah. Even when I hear people talking about, sorry, I feel like I'm going back to accountable, but people who have an accountability buddy within a workout, that only gets you so far.
Yeah.
The accountability buddy is the entire community here.
Sure
it's
is.
Not, don't rely on one person to get you to the gym when you just have to get yourself there.
Yeah. I think that the honesty, accountability, vulnerability, I label all three of those things as separate from the community. It is part of, but it is separate from and falls more under the umbrella of the concept of safe and sustainable change.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a better way to put no BS approach.
Yeah.
A safe and sustainable way of change. Yeah.
Yeah. Sustainable or even realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Safe, sustainable, realistic change.
Mm-hmm.
I think that so we have our community, we have this concept of safe, sustainable, realistic change.
Mm-hmm.
inside those two things house honesty, accountability, vulnerability.
Yeah.
Yeah. As our underlying values for those concepts. What else?
I don't know how to put like hard work into a value.
Mm-hmm.
Is that?
Yeah.
You're better with words.
No, I think hard work is absolutely part of the next concept, and I think there are 2 or 3 values that fall under this concept. I would say hard work is part of it. I would also say that positivity is part of it. I think that something that we have recognized is when someone comes in and they're stuck in that negative headspace, which can happen to all of us, it very quickly starts rubbing people in the classes the wrong way and starts to get sort of called out and labeled and pushed on and pushed out of the space pretty quickly. And so part of the positive space. And I also think that this is where the care and compassion fall in as well. We might recognize that someone is struggling, and we're going to leave very little room for that negativity to come through the door here for them, but we're also going to care about them and show them compassion and try and push them into a better headspace.
I have found myself a lot over the last couple weeks, and I think it's in a roundabout way, a way that I am caring and compassion, but also pushing people in a response to people saying it's hard, they're sweaty. I now have been saying it's literally supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be excruciating. It's not supposed to
be
torture, but hard, it's literally supposed to be.
Yeah. Hard means that you're actually doing something for change.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be easy. If anyone lied to you and told you that it was going to be easy, those are not people you want in your circle.
No, because they're not honest.
Yeah.
They're not being honest with you.
So they would not belong here.
Yeah. And so the concept that ties all of these things together for me is that physical and mental health are 2 sides of the same coin. You cannot have one without the other.
Right.
If your physical health is poor, chances are your mental health is struggling.
Yeah.
If your mental health is poor, chances are your physical health is struggling.
You don't hear people say, my physical health is great, but my mental health is garbage.
Not very often.
Yeah. I was going to say, and if they do, then they might not be looking at it the right way. Yeah.
It's really hard to feel severely depressed when you're pushing your body physically. Because it's really hard to live in the past when you're focused on your body in the moment. It's really, really hard to do. It becomes a good therapy. I think you talk about that all the time.
An outlet.
I'm getting annoyed by the people that...
Sorry. Josh is using my phone and there's a lot of notifications coming through. Thanks for the algorithm work, guys.
And I have a couple other concepts, and I want to see if we can find the values that underlie these concepts. And they're kind of, I think all of them tie together a little bit into what makes KLT Fit so unique. And so I'm just going to list them, and then we can try and identify what these values actually are. Accessibility and inclusivity, partnership and teamwork, growth through adversity, and the journey being the reward.
Oh, I love that last one. Yes. Are we starting at the first one?
I think that they're all, I think they're all the same thing, the
Mhm.
same values for those things. Like we have the overlap with our community and
Mhm.
um, whatnot. I think that this one also, like these ones also all tie
Mhm.
together. So if you were to underline or identify a couple of guiding principles that form the foundation of, and I'll say them again, accessibility and inclusivity, partnership and teamwork, growth through adversity, and the journey being the reward.
Mhm.
If you were to tie those together with a couple of guiding principles, what do you think they are?
Um, I really just want to, I like that last one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that is a guiding principle in itself.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely a guiding principle. I think that one thing that ties all of those together is the valuing yourself and making time for yourself.
You being a priority.
You being a priority, and by making yourself a priority, giving yourself this space,
Mm-hmm.
you are coming in with that being a focus, and you're open then to the community and being inclusive and
Yeah.
feeling like you're part of a team, coming in with the same mindset
Mm-hmm.
to be open.
It's very hard for people.
It is very hard for people, but it is one of these are the things that really separate KLT Fit from everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that this is so core to who we are, this idea of we want you to be able to come here and have time just for you.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't want you to have to feel like you have to talk about work and solve work problems and
Or
solve
family,
all of
or
that. This is
health,
time for
or-
you.
Yeah, this is literally time for you. And every single person here is also here for time for them. And when you come together as a group, you work as a team
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
So it becomes such a special place for everyone.
Everyone who is here at a given time has chosen themselves.
Yeah.
Over whatever else.
They've made this a priority.
Yeah.
They've made themselves a priority.
Yeah.
So it makes it really easy to connect with every single person in the room with you,
Mm-hmm.
because you're all there for the same reasons.
Yeah. For you.
Yeah. Again, growing that number one first block of community. Now, I want to talk about how all of these things kind of brought us to the conversations that we've been having over the last week, where as we're adding new classes and having different people teach all of these classes and feeling like we never want people to come in and feel like they could only work with one trainer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They could only work with one person.
Yeah.
Because that's not who we are.
Right. Right.
That's not a community.
Right. Our trainers are large parts of our community.
Yeah. Will your workout be a little bit different from person to person? Of course, that's individualized.
Yeah.
Just like your workout is going to look different than the person standing right next to you.
Yeah.
Even if you're doing the exact same movements.
It's literally supposed to.
Yes.
And again, not to shit on other gyms out there, coaches walk into other gyms, they are handed a workout. Yeah, a workout to set up for.
Yeah. We don't do that.
All of our trainers are free to explore and steer into what they want, but also what the community wants.
Yeah.
Based on feedback, based on putting the time in and in the sessions.
Yeah.
It's also a really special layer that we have as well. Our coaches are able to be themselves.
Yeah. And it's that diversity through our trainers that I think we don't want to lose, but we also don't want people to feel like when they go to a boot camp with you versus a boot camp with another one of our trainers, it's going to be this completely different thing and it's going to feel totally different because it doesn't.
Right.
The movements might be a little bit different, but the foundational concept of what it is the same.
Yeah.
And
the timer might look different. The partnerships might look different.
But you're still going to come in and be a part of that community. You're still going to come in and feel like you are valued, that you are a part of that team in that class at that time, that your time is worthwhile. We want that for everything. And I think it's an important thing for us to pause at and actually honor and say, we really want people to understand this is how we are moving forward. Then I think it's worth having this discussion and worth having a podcast about and talking about, because it can get lost when we have more than just you as a trainer. We talked about how a lot of this stuff was born out of early actions from your own journey, and then taking those principles and values and laying them out in, this is how we want our gym to look. This is how we want KLT Fit to function. But overall, those principles are now beyond you.
Right. They are the same. But they are just
bigger than you. They're part of a whole instead of a one. Part of a many. How does that make you feel when you think about it?
Really good. Yes, really good. Of course. But it's also still really hard for me to fathom that I can and I have to let go a little bit.
That's the micromanaging.
I was hoping you weren't going to use that word.
No, it's very much so.
But it's really good and it's really cool to be able to welcome so many more people in to the community because it's not just me anymore. And to be able to go on vacation and know that
people aren't having to wait a week before they're back.
Exactly.
Having that time for themselves. They can still come and get their time.
But it's also a very weird feeling.
Absolutely.
What started, like at the beginning of this podcast, what started as me posting to Instagram to keep myself accountable and really try and fucking lose weight, now
is this really big thing.
Yeah. That is getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, sure is. But it's also so incredibly inspiring and powerful and helpful to so many. And like the stories that we hear all the time of how the community or the studio or you or one of our trainers or have had such a substantial impact in someone's life, and things have turned it from struggle to thrive it's magical, really.
Do you want to talk a little bit about trainers? And I kind of just want to be really careful with words. And I'll come through it as a lens of me. We get feedback in a lot of layers and a lot of ways. And words can be interpreted so differently.
Yes.
Things like intense, scary, can be taken as, oh my goodness,
I'm horrible.
But I don't think they are.
No.
But that being said, there are many different words that can be used to help someone feel better about what they're offering. To the point where sometimes it makes me feel a little bit inferior because if you want to have an intense workout, I want to give you an intense workout.
Yeah. You know what? We're going to go right into it. We're going to go right there, all the way into it. So this is coming from a conversation that I had with a few people that I spend time with because we play a sport together, and we were having a dinner together, and a couple of them come to the gym, and one is really new to the gym and the other has been coming for a pretty long time. And the person that had been coming for a really long time was talking about the differences between our trainers. And
because we all have classes, we all have boot camps. Even more specifically, we all three of us do boot camps.
Yeah, and this person has experienced everyone's boot camp, and they were talking about how one of our trainers, and I'm actually even just going to name it Caitlin. One of our trainers, Caitlin, has a really heavy, really powerful, really strong boot camp where when they come to the class, they feel the push. They feel like it's a really good push, and they're so thankful that it happens on a Friday because it can feel really intense. All of this was describing how good the experience was for this person. They were talking about how much they enjoyed it. The feedback came to Caitlin from this new person saying, I've heard that you're really scary. I've heard that this is going to be really intense. And through no fault of her own, that can feel like really negative feedback. That can feel like somebody's been talking about me and it's not nice and they don't like my boot camps. When it could not be further from the truth.
Yeah.
And because I was part of the conversation and know exactly what was said and how it was said, I was able to talk and explain, no, like this was literally, yes, the word intense was used, but it was to describe how great of a push and how good of a workout you provide and how strong this person feels when they come to your boot camp. And it's a great thing. And this is how you were saying, when you get feedback from people talking about Caitlin and her immense knowledge when it comes to fitness, it was like you can be left feeling like, well,
what about me?
I know my stuff too.
What about me?
But it's really not about you, and it's not about comparing one trainer to the next, because the boot camps still are very, very similar. It's
you move your body for an hour.
It's personality. You arrive and you come in and you get to move your body in whatever way you can. It's just the design is a little bit different. The space is still the same. The feeling is still the same. You still get your workout in.
It's even to say, I'm going to bring Sarah into the loop. Sarah runs a boot camp Thursday night. I run the exact same boot camp Friday morning. I'm sure that they're still different because Sarah is Sarah and I am Kate.
Yeah. And the way in which you're going to interact with people is going to be different. That's okay. We want that variety.
I might be the only one out of all three of us who grabs a marker as a microphone. And I don't mean microphone to demo stations. It's my karaoke platform.
Yeah. Poor people. You'll do karaoke here, but you won't when we're at a resort away. You won't sing some Aladdin songs with me. No. You won't be my Jasmine.
But yeah, anyway, sorry. I feel like that was just a little like aside.
No, but it's part of how this conversation about values came to be for us, because we don't want people to feel like
no one should feel scared. Yeah, no one should feel scared to go to any classes that we offer. Yes, some are marketed to more advanced people and some are marketed to beginners, and then there's the mid-range ones for sure. But our entire community should be able to feel that they belong at any class that they open up to.
Yeah.
Or arrive to, sorry.
Yeah. Anytime they walk through that door, they should feel like they belong. No matter who the person that is running the class is.
You could be running a class. But for real, like
Sure.
if last minute, oh no, someone can't be here, Josh has to run the class. Guess what? You still show up and you still
You're going to get a really fun workout that involves lots of laying down and staring at the ceiling.
lots of rest.
Lots of rest.
But yeah. Yeah, a lot of the conversations that we've had have just really been honing in and making sure that the community and that sense of belonging is across the board.
Yeah.
Across the board.
That feeling of positivity, that
Yeah.
want to walk through the door, it's accessible, it feels like it's part of me, like all of those things. That's what our identity is as we move forward, as we grow.
And we're never willing to let that go. That
Yeah.
is, the doors to this gym will lock forever.
Yeah.
If that goes away.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There's even been, I've been asked if I would ever give up more classes.
Yeah, I think I've asked you that.
My answer is no.
I don't think it would be good for you to give up class, like to give up doing stuff in the gym. Like it is.
Regardless of how big and much this grows, I will always be present and a part of them. And that's like, yes, I do Monday to Friday, all the mornings.
Yeah.
Most of the noons and some evenings. I would never want to take my ugly mug from any of those time slots entirely.
You know, even when you're not here, you're never really gone.
My face is on the door.
You're always watching. He probably should have given some like laser beams coming out of your eyes, just so that people know your gaze is always here. But yeah, no, I think that no matter how big this gets, it's still going to, like, the values that came from you, from your early steps in making a lifestyle change, they're still going to be a part of it. They're still going to be the driving force.
It's what made this what it is. It's what made this what we want. It's made it something that we fucking love.
Yeah. Yeah. So we love to end these with something that people can take away now that we've kind of gotten into the weeds a little bit and shared some,
like we do.
Yeah, some behind the scenes stuff. I think,
as my phone buzzes again,
yeah, I might just throw it through the wall. I think what I would love to do is talk about, and I've mentioned this before, my 4 squares of wellness. We have our physical, we have our emotional, we have our social, and we have our spiritual. This is the 4 quadrants. Yeah, the 4 quadrants of our own personal wellness. When you come to KLT Fit, you get a bit of everything. You're taking care of your physical body. You're making space for yourself, taking care of your emotional body. You're doing some social stuff. Generally speaking,
sometimes lots of social stuff. You know who you are.
Yeah, you do. Or Lulaf.
Charlotte.
But I think that you get your social, even if you're the only person in here with your trainer, you're still socializing.
For sure.
You get your social, and we're talking about your spiritual right now. Spiritual doesn't have to mean religion. Spiritual really, to me,
definitely where my head went at first. I was like,
yeah. Spiritual to me means our guiding principles in life. Some people get those from religion. their 10 commandments, do no harm to others, kind of be a good person, that kind of stuff, right?
Okay.
Pull that from religion. I'm not a religious person. So I have to have my own guiding principles to tell me how to be a good human being, whatever that might mean for me. Am I living my life according to those principles? If you were to tell me what some of my values are, what would you say? Who am I? What kind of person am I?
I'm so bad at this.
I don't think you're bad at it at all. I'm asking you to tell me about me.
You are compassionate,
Mm-hmm.
understanding,
Mm-hmm.
somewhat funny, a little bit funny, kind, handsome.
Nice. I'm going to make sure we highlight that. That's coming into a clip.
Yeah, sometimes I think you care more about others than you should.
Yeah. Than I do about myself.
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes I give a little bit too much of myself.
You're a giver, yeah.
Yeah. I would say part of my value system is that I try really hard to make sure that everyone around me feels good. I want people to walk away feeling like I have left them with more than when they first interacted with me in any situation. Those are some of my values. Absolutely. Do I live my life according to that?
Yes.
Do I make every decision that I make following my guiding principles?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. What happens when I don't? Because there are times when I don't do the things that are good for me. What happens when I'm in between sports seasons and I'm isolating around people?
I was just going to say isolated for sure. You spend a lot of time being sedentary.
Yeah.
Mood decreases.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't feel like myself. I don't feel good. I feel low, stuck, frustrated, emotional.
Yeah.
That's what happens when we live our lives outside of the things that are our guiding principles or our values, when we're not paying attention to our spiritual self. We're not going to feel like ourselves. The thing that a lot of people don't do is reflect on what those guiding principles are for them. So that's the takeaway today. Think about who you want to be, who you are. What are your guiding principles? What do you value? And are you doing the things that align with that?
If your answer is no,
you need to do some work. And it might not be going to a gym. It might be a lot of other stuff.
Yeah. 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 Do you think that I could ask people at the end of their workouts, what is a question that I could ask them to write an answer to on a sticky note that is kind of pulling from this?
Yeah.
Is it, what are you proud of? Maybe that's not even the right answer. I'm just thinking something simple for people to not super duper have to think about. What is a value that you have? What is a guiding principle? Anyway, I want to think about that. It's clearly, it doesn't have to be on the podcast because by the time this comes out, it will be.
You'll have them posted everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
I think it would be a really good idea. I think it also aligns really well with what we want to do in terms of a overall gentle shift with the gym. To make sure that we're aligning everything with the things that we say we're about. Because I think as we've grown, we've drifted a little bit away from the things that are really important to us. We're not spending as much time facilitating or growing our community or nurturing our community as we would like to. And I think about things like in our first year, we went on a lot of outings as a group or as groups, and we did a lot of small things or big things with lots of people around the gym or as a part of the studio or fitness wise or all kinds of ways. And I think it would be nice to create that again, get back to that and involve as many people as we can. Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Like and subscribe. Leave us some reviews. Send us some messages. We want to hear from you.
We like that part.
Yeah. It's been actually interesting as we've asked for people to reach out and share stuff with us. The responses we get are really cool.
Yeah.
And help us to recognize that we need to have discussions like this.
Okay. Nice job. Thanks.
Good work.
See you next time on the KLT Fit Guy.